Hi there, welcome back to my channel. So in my previous video I was talking about the benefits of working out and exercising during pregnancy, and as I mentioned there will be a follow-up video that unfortunately took some time to create, but here we go. And in this follow-up video I would like to address the conditions that may not or may won't allow you to work out or exercise during your pregnancy. So which are these conditions? So I mentioned already the benefits. Why is it good to work out? What are the benefits for you and the baby? But I also mentioned that there may be some conditions in which you cannot, or your doctor shouldn't allow you to work out during the pregnancy. So pregnancy is something really specific to the person. There is no one way how we should live or go through our pregnancies, all of us, but it's really different for the individual and how we are experiencing it. I went through 2 pregnancies myself, and how I lived it was completely different as well. I did not have complications or difficult pregnancies. Really, the first one was, I believe, was really easy. It was a very easy pregnancy. I barely gained any weight, but I think it was about the same, nearly the same amount of weight what I put on, maybe slightly more at the second one, but the first one I barely gained any weight, just the lowest recommended weight gain, around 10 to 11 kilograms, I think, what I gained, and it went all to the baby, literally. So I was able to work out during my entire pregnancy, during the first pregnancy and also the second. The difference was maybe that I was much more active during my first pregnancy, because the second pregnancy was also during COVID-19 and the lockdown period when we were working from home. So this also limited me a little bit in movement, while during my first pregnancy I was still commuting to my office, and this commute also included a lot of walking as well. So basically I was walking at least 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day, while in my second pregnancy I was only walking when I actually had time to get out of the house and take a walk. So this actually gave me extra activity time during my first pregnancy, so I would say I was really active. Plus I was also working out. I barely gained any weight, while during the second pregnancy it was a lockdown, a COVID-19, and I had some limitations in movement due to pelvic floor dysfunction. As I mentioned, I did work out during both of my pregnancies, and it was really beneficial for me, even though in my second pregnancy I had this prolapse and pelvic floor dysfunction. Actually, after my first pregnancy I already experienced the prolapse, which was a prolapse of my uterus, which means that if here is your pelvic floor, my uterus was slightly, these muscles got weaker for me, and it did not hold up my uterus as well in place where it should have been, so it sank a little bit lower than it should have been, and maybe my bladder too. At that point I didn't see any physician or physiotherapist. I had to solve this issue by myself, with researches and education, tightening the walls of the pelvic floor, and I was doing my exercises for that. But this dysfunction actually came back during my second pregnancy quite early, around, I remember it was around the 18th week in my second pregnancy, and then I was a bit scared, so I started to visit a physiotherapist, a pelvic physiotherapist, and together we had a plan and some exercises that I had to do each and every day to actually strengthen the muscles of my pelvic floor. What exercise gave me as benefits during my pregnancies? As I mentioned, I was lucky enough to be able to work out during both of my pregnancies, the entire pregnancies. During both of my pregnancies I had a very low blood pressure, which means that even my physician, my midwife, was always asking me, are you not feeling like fainting or very low energy during the day? I was feeling really low energy during the day, like not fainting, but I felt like something like this, like can't even focus because I feel like I'm so very low in energy. Exercise did really help me boost it. So when I could work out after, I felt so much more energized. Working out during the pregnancies helped me to prepare for the birth, the labor, and it facilitated me an easier labor as well. Labor is not something easy. It's a very energy consuming activity, let's say. It will take a lot of energy from you, not even mention after the baby comes out, you will lose a lot of weight with that, and you have to use a lot of your energy to actually push the baby out and to get through those contractions. The pain will also consume lots of energy from you. You can also imagine it like sort of preparing for a big physical activity like a marathon or some kind of competition, because it will really take a lot of energy from you, and you should be indeed preparing for it. If you exercise, if you have a personal trainer, he or she can help you prepare for the delivery. It's just my experience, but it's very true, and it can apply to many other women as well. But you know, it's your pregnancy, it makes sense, it's your body. You know how tired you are. Usually first trimester, most women very tired, low energy, nausea, vomiting, barely can get out of the bed. It's normal. Most of them experience it like that. I had very similar, not during the whole first trimester, but for like 2-3 weeks of period time, 2-3 weeks period of time, I was really tired, could barely get out of bed, unable to work very hard. And on those weeks when your energy is really low, it makes sense to pause workout or physical activity, because in the very beginning, this is when the fetus is starting to form and develop, and that's first developments are taking a lots of energy, because it's just the beginning. That's when your body is starting to get used to it, or to all these changes that are happening, and you are forming a human being inside your body. Usually second trimester is like a honeymoon phase. You're getting your energy back, you feel more energized, you feel like it's a honeymoon. You are glowing, your skin, your hair, you feel beautiful, you feel great, you're happy. The belly is not so big yet, but it's like the size when it's already showing, so you can show up, you're pregnant. Normally people announce pregnancy around this time, and yeah, it's just the hormones and everything, you feel happy. It's really just like a honeymoon phase of the pregnancy. And the third trimester is getting a little bit complicated, more difficult again, because the belly is getting really big, you are getting to the end of it, and tiredness is returning. But I think for me, I think the first trimester, the end of the first trimester was the difficult one to work out. Those few weeks when I was barely unable to get up, feeling really nauseous or even throwing up. But the second and the third trimester was really good, especially the second one. During the third trimester too, I was exercising until like 38-39 weeks, until I gave birth. So I was really lucky. It's something to mention. I was able to manage my tiredness, my energy levels, and exercise helped to boost the energy, my energy and my mood as well. So it's really based on that, how you feel as well, and because it's your body, you have to know and feel what your body is telling you. You have to feel what are your limits, which is the time when you are just really feeling a bit lazy, or which is the time when you actually can push yourself, which is the time when you are really tired and you are low in energy, and the pregnancy is really taking it all out of you. So because it's your body, as I said, it's you who can feel how the energy flows and how the pregnancy is taking you, and what are your limitations, what you can do and what not. So make sure that you are listening to your body. It's not all out workouts that you have to run and do really intense workouts. Sometimes just a little bit of core workout on the floor or floor exercising can also help. So it's really based on that what you can take. Everybody's body is different. There are some people who were athletes and performed exercises on really high level, and during their pregnancy they're nearly able to continue on that level. So it's also your fitness level, where you are. Have you ever exercised before or not, or on which level you were during your fitness? If you have previous history with fitness, working out, maybe strength training or cardio, you may be able to continue that just with some slight changes in it. Others are completely tired or have some conditions that they cannot manage to work out, or they are not lucky enough to work out. So listen to your body and see your fitness level, your previous history of fitness, and based on that talk to a professional. Very important that you always have to consult with your doctor or physician or midwife, and they can also point you in the right direction regarding whether you are permitted or not permitted to work out or exercise during your pregnancy. It's very important to listen to your doctor or physician, because there are really some conditions in which case you can endanger yourself, your own health, or the fetus that is growing inside you, and it's not permitted to work out. Some of these conditions are the following: hemodynamically significant heart disease, restrictive lung disease, incompetent cervix or cerclage, multiple gestation at risk for premature labor, persistent second or third trimester bleeding, placenta previa after 26 weeks gestation, premature labor during current pregnancy, ruptured membranes, preeclampsia or pregnancy-induced hypertension, severe anemia. So as I mentioned, always consult with your doctor, your physician regarding your condition, and if they agree that exercising is a good idea in your case, because you don't want to endanger yourself, your own health, or your baby's health, of course. So it's important to consult with them to see what are your options, and if you are good to go, then go on. I can also recommend to always contact a personal trainer or a pregnancy trainer, someone who is highly informed and can help you during this time to prepare you for the labor and help you work out and move your body during this wonderful time. But thank you for listening to my video today, and hope to see you in the next video, which will be about how and what to work out during the pregnancy, which moves or movements you need to avoid during the pregnancy or specific trimesters. So thank you again, and see you next time. Bye bye.